Alright, hello everyone. I know that there was already an intro for this video, maybe. Hold on, I'm contemplating in my head right now. Okay, so here's the situation. This was something I filmed already in May of 2029. May 29th. And so the thing is, back when I was filming it, there was construction going on at my house, and so the video, due to that, it was fucked, basically, you know. And so yeah, I'm just gonna re-record it. So sorry that the unboxing and everything has been done already, but you know, at least I'm gonna do this little bit. But yes, so here we have Living Dead Dolls Wolfgang, and I promise you, when I got him, he was in box. He did not have his seal, like the plastic seal on it and everything, but he had, like, he was tied up in there. And so yeah, so here we have the cover. It says Living Dead Dolls in metallic red, and does it always say it in red? I feel like I remember it being silver, no? Or black, perhaps. Anyways, as you can see, he has red tissue paper. It says Wolfgang, ring around the demons, souls in hell are screaming, execration, damnation, his soul can't be found. And his thing is possession. He is dead from possession or something like that. But yes, he came brand new and complete, of course. If I pull out his tissue paper, you can see he has his death certificate. And I'll bring him on the screen. Alright, so here is Wolfgang. I'll insert a little picture of what he looked like before I did his hair. So I know his hair is the kind of point of it is to be messy, because he's kind of like a little child in the woods kind of deal, but I kind of boiled him. I mean, it's still pretty messy and, you know, tufty and stuff like that, but I like how he looks a lot better with it down, and it covers, you know, the massive foreheads that Living Dead Dolls always have, just a little bit better. But yeah, so I was in, when I bought him, a very heavy Living Dead Dolls phase of, like, I don't know if everyone does that, but with me, and I know some of my friends, we always go through like phases of interest. So sometimes I'm like in my Lalaloopsy phase, sometimes I'm in my Roblox phase, sometimes I'm in my Sanrio phase. Right now, or back then when I bought him, I was very in a Living Dead Doll phase. And so for my birthday, my homie Matt actually got me some Living Deads, and so I'll do reviews on those too. I didn't review them on camera because I wanted to open them on call with him, just so he could, you know, have the complete fulfillment of having my, you know, reaction opening his present on screen. But so yeah, here's Wolfgang. As you can see, he is a fair-skinned boy. I don't think he's white though, because I'm looking at like Charlotte, and he's like not as white as Charlotte. You see, it's like there's a tinge of like, I don't know, is it like green? It's not as green as Ezekiel. Yeah, it's kind of like in between Ezekiel and a Charlotte. Oh, can I show you something real quick? I keep getting sidetracked. This is a Wolfgang review, but I wanted to show you, I made my Ezekiel this little bracelet. It's black and red, and it has a little cross charm on it because I rebuke him in the name of the Lord. But I just think he's cute. This is my favorite Living Dead doll, by the way. My favorite characters in Living Dead Dolls are like Desmodus and Charlotte. But like doll wise, like this is my favorite doll that I have. I'm so lucky to have him. He just has such a striking face, and he has such a cute little bob hairstyle. Look at him. He's low-key my twin, low-key. Maybe his is a little bit more harsh though, but we have a similar cut going on. Yeah, this is my baby, and so I love this motherfucker, and so I made myself this little matching bracelet with him. So we have the same bracelet. But yeah, this is my little baby. Let me put his little hat back on. Okay, sorry for getting sidetracked. I just wanted to show you guys that because I love him. This is my favorite one. This is my favorite Living Dead doll of all time. Like, I already got my favorite one, so I'm satisfied no matter what else I get. Anyways, here we have Wolfgang. As you can see, he has like a grayish eye with a black pupil. Above his eye, he has like a blue shading, and underneath he has this gray shading to make his eyes look extra sunken. He has downturned black eyebrows, and he has 4 gashes on his face. They're red with like a little bit of like black in the middle to give them depth. And there's one between his eyes on his nose bridge. There's one on his lower left cheek and one on his upper right. Actually, this is his left and this is his right. My fault. I had to look real quick. Wait, right? Left? No, this one's his left and this is his right. His right. Alright, and then we have his forehead gash. And he has human ears, of course. He doesn't have any sideburns. Living Dead dolls hardly ever have sideburns. Actually, Desmodus has sideburns, and I think Damien has sideburns also. So, but he doesn't, and neither does Ezekiel. But here is his cute little woodland sweater. It's very, like, out in the woods. I love it. It is kind of, like, a really large neckline for whatever reason, so, like, you could, like, almost pop him through on the other side. But yeah, it has this really thick, like, neck piece and the cuffs and the trim at the bottom, and it's red and black. It's actually knit. It's very soft and it's a very puffy piece. If we lift it up, you can see he has on these corduroy, like, they're dark brown but they have a tinge of green to them, and they're corduroy pants. And he has these like dark brown with like black dry brushing shoes on, and they're just like the Living Dead doll boot mold. Ezekiel has the same ones. And yeah, they're kind of rubbery in comparison to Ezekiel's, so I imagine this is before the quality went up. And this is actually my first Living Dead doll to have a hole in the hand. The ones I had beforehand did not. But yes, so currently, as chronologically it stands, I have the Desmodus doll, I have Damien, I have Ezekiel, and then you remember my video of the 3 Charlottes, and now I have Wolfgang. And like I said, my friend got me 2 Living Deads, and I bought myself another one past that. And so I'll show you which 2 I got. Sorry, I like messed up my bang there for a minute. I looked funny. So I'm actually not gonna show you, but I'm gonna show you just like a peek. So this is one of the ones my friends got me. That's as much as I'm showing you. She'll get her review soon. Hopefully, because I can be one to procrastinate, but with Living Deads, I'd like to review every single one that I get. But yeah, so there's your little sneak peek of which one this might be. He's gonna get a review too. Oops, I leaked the gender. Hashtag gender reveal party. And then the one that I bought for myself, I'll give you that much. I'll give you that much of a glimpse. Okay. I just recorded Judas's review. Oh, and I wanted to insert this into Wolfgang's review because I believe I forgot to touch upon it. Okay, so if you collect Living Dead dolls, you know by now that these dolls are kind of not necessarily shitty quality, but they're not the best either. I think for what they intend to be and the purpose they intend to serve, it's enough, you know. Like, I'm not begging for rainbow high level quality. I just, you know, it's enough to portray. Sometimes I wish they had thinner hair and, you know, I mean thicker hair, but that's mainly it. But yes, they can be a little bit rickety, and in his case, so his head came off, as you can see. The neck joint is intact, and you know, it's still there. He can still move his head around, but you know, the neck joint tore off of the rest of the body. It's not the biggest issue because, you know, it pops right back on. He can still pose, he can turn his head. It's not an issue at all. It just means that if you wanted to, it comes out also. The reason I bring this up, it's not necessarily the biggest problem. It's because I was on call with my friend Matt, and when I was unboxing the gifts he sent me, so I don't know how everyone else treats dolls when they get them, but when I get dolls with real hair, I like to make sure their hair looks very perfect. And in Wolfgang's case, he has a very intentionally messy hairstyle. I know it is meant to be intentionally messy, but I preferred it just a little bit tamer. I just think he looks slightly cuter. I'll put up a picture of what it looks like when it's very wild and out the box. And that's a very cute look. I also appreciate that, but I just like this a little bit better, just to cover that forehead. So the problem it posed in my case is that I did go ahead and, you know, pour lots of boiling water on his hair and, you know, washing him with water. Lots of water was dealt to this boy. That is a problem because I got him in what, like May, and the presents didn't come till like mid-June. And so I was, you know, just playing around with Wolfgang, and I was like, do I hear water inside of him? Because of the faulty neck joint, as you can see, it's not attached to the body properly, and there's not like a seal there. There was water in his body from when I had boiled him. And so I literally on camera poured out the water, like on camera, on FaceTime with my friend, poured out the water from this bitch's body that's been in there since I got him in May. And it was mid-June that happened, and there was water in his torso. And I was like, me and my friend were like screaming and in fear, like, oh my god, do our living dead dolls have water in them? Because mind you, he also boils his dolls to get them to look perfection, you know? And so we were like, oh my god, are all our living deads filled with water? No, not the case, thankfully. We did have a little scare, thinking that maybe maybe all the living dead dolls we owned had water in them, but luckily it's just him because he had a faulty neck joint. So I'm just putting this disclaimer out there so you can be careful if you ever, you know, get a living dead doll with like a bad joint or something. I'm from now on not gonna boil my dolls with their full body. I'm gonna definitely pop off the head so that way no water gets up in this body. Even if they have a good neck joint, I just don't want to risk it. Luckily, the dolls I have so far are safe, even though I did, you know, boil them just like all the others, but you know. So yeah, that's the insert that I wanted to make. But yeah, so that's my Wolfgang review. I found them on eBay for like, I think it was like $30, but with like shipping and everything, it came up to like a little bit under $40, which is pretty good. I don't like necessarily spending a lot on living dead dolls, but I know they can be kind of expensive, especially the nice ones, because living dead dolls tend to have a good handful of boogers in the doll line. So I know that, you know, the nicer ones are going to be up in the hundreds, whereas the less nice ones are going to be down in the 40s. So in my opinion, this one is one of the nicer ones, and he was a 40, but perhaps the living dead doll community doesn't agree that he's a nicer one because he was, once again, $40. Yeah, but I really like this one. I tend to like the boys, especially like with the black hair, because there's a lot of blonde boys, but think about them. It's like Vincent Vaughn, it's like Cracked Jack. And then there's other ugly boys like Gregory and Isaac and Isaiah, and I'm trying to think of the one, what's his name? I blanked. Oh, the one with the Angus Little Rat. Yeah, so there's plenty of living dead doll boys, but I kind of like only specific ones. I guess, I don't know what it is about some of them that just are ugly. But that one's one of the cute ones in my opinion. And so yeah, so thank you for watching my, I was about to say my Frozen Charlotte review. Thank you for watching my Wolfgang review. I hope you liked it, and let me know if you enjoy seeing the living dead doll reviews, because I kind of enjoy making them and just talking about, you know, the things that I like in life. It's not that serious. But yeah, so anyway, so yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm gonna stop talking before it gets too long. It's already at 12 minutes. So ta-ta, farewell, au revoir, and goodbye.